theme song, Lamb. Right now.
Cooking with Darcus, learning how to make the best meals ever from scratch. If you don't know how to cook, then look at my cookbook. She's the best cook ever. And if you need to know how to make a meal, go to my page and I will show you how to do it from scratch. Everything is bigger with Darcus Scott.
And I'm Darcus Scott. Thanks to my theme song girls.
Yay!
And this is Cooking with Darcus. The first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to prepare the meat, because the meat is really the flavor and the sauce and the substance that's what's going to make your greens all wonderful and, you know, well balanced and spiced. Because when you eat greens, it's like a detoxification for your body because of the way it is grown, and it is a natural wholesome that's from the earth, from the ground. So when we combine these two, it does have a catastrophic type of effect that does happen, whether you're noticeable of it or not. Today's menu is ham-hocks, collard greens, mustard greens, and turnip greens. And then I'm going to show you how to make my favorite banana pudding. And I'm going to prepare that. And I'm going to probably prepare that with 2 more chefs that are chefs in training. And of course, the Darcusology way of doing things and the schooling of Darcus Culinary. These are the things that I'm attempting to see how it goes, because I know I can cook, and other people tell me that I can cook, and I want to show you how to cook. How about that? How about we do that? Okay, now, like I said, the first thing that we're going to do today is going to be collard greens, of course, with ham-hocks. And ham-hocks is the really hocky part of the pig. I mean, it's just like a really big lump of meat. And there's a way to cook him. You can either cook him inside the oven where you can bake it, or you can boil it. The more traditional way and a faster way, I would say, would be boiling it, because you don't have to have the oven on and heating up the entire house, because that's what the oven does. It heats the entire house. So I'm going to boil it on the top of the stove. I'm going to add, of course, my spices, which would be pepper, black pepper, bell pepper, onions, garlic powder, and this is just inside of the ham-hocks, because the ham-hocks are a very tricky type of meat that you cook. Like I say, either you can bake it in the oven for maybe 2.5, 3, 4 hours, or you can give it a really, really fast hard boil. And that's what's most important, because the harder you boil it, the tenderer it can be, as well as add like almost a pat of butter to it to tenderize it while it is cooking. And we're going to see where it takes us from there. How about that? Once again, I'm Darcus Scott. I'm Darcus, and this is Cooking.
Get on the floor. My swagger's in, get on the floor.
This is a ham-hock. Ham-hock is a very, very meaty piece of the pig, and this right now is frozen, but that's okay. I like to boil it frozen because it's got to boil, and I hard boil it. I can cook a body. Okay. But this is a ham-hock, and I'm gonna fill the pot all the way up. I'm gonna probably fill it up maybe about 4 times before this can be totally tender, where it's pulling away from the bone. But the very first boil is sort of like a blanching, so I want to really give it a hard boil. So I'm going to give it, a lot of water, a lot of substance, and make it, a lot of secretion. I'm also going to add, I like to buy bacon pieces, and bacon pieces are exactly what they say they are. I like it better than sliced pieces. Some people are, typical about that. I like the bacon pieces because I feel like that since you're slicing off of it, what you do slice. I know it's kind of a hard thought about it, but I don't own a hog farm, so I have to try to get it in where I need to get it in. And right now I'm trying to make these greens give it a flavor. And before you can do that, you got to create a very, very scrumptious roux. And if you don't do that, then your greens are just going to taste like boiled leaves. You might like that. I don't. I like for my things to have a more natural spice where I'm not adding a lot of additives and preservatives and so forth and so on. I'm a simple salt, pepper, seasoning salt, garlic type of girl, because garlic keeps your immune system up, and it also works with, if you're on a diet and so forth and so on. It helps cut the fat, it curbs the appetite, and so forth and so on. So it's always a good product that you should use whenever you're cooking anything, especially if you're watching your weight or trying to establish your healthy part of life, the things that you do put inside your body to try to help your body. Anyway, this is bacon pieces. I'm also going to have that with my ham hocks, and I'm going to let this boil for probably like 4 hours. Of course, now I'm not going to talk to you for 4 hours, but guess what? I will be back.
Get on the floor. My swagger's in. Get on the floor.
Okay, back in the day when people had gardens, you would just, honestly, or you could go down to the Piggly Wigglies or Safeway and so forth and so on. You would go there on a Saturday to prepare for your Sunday's meal, and you would get yourself greens. Well, see, in this modern time, and I want to talk about the washing of the greens. Okay, I watched my grandmother wash, like, I would say maybe 400 pounds of greens for a family reunion one time. And I mean, that back in the day was such a tough job because you had to go from sink to sink. And I mean, the washing of greens is just not like washing clothes or washing dishes and so forth and so on. I mean, you got to really stand over the sink and throw some Jesus in there to get the dirt to come off of something that's really flat. But I mean, if you ever had gritty greens, those things are not fun. I mean, because the whole time you're eating it, you hear this crunch, 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 crunch. I mean, you honestly crunching on dirt. But anyway, thanks to modern time and modern technology, we now have what you call dun, da, 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 Glory Greens. Whoever Glory is, honey, thank you. Thank you so very, very, very much, because you are a founder of evolution to any person that loves, this particular type style vegetable. And I do incorporate it in my diet at least 4 or 5 times a week. And I want to say thank you, because I watched my grandmother and my mom wash a lot of greens. But now, I mean, even though I wash these, even after I take them out the bag, I still run them through a colander and run the water and make sure that there's nothing on it, because it's still manufactured and so forth and so on. But the way that they used to do, or how you honestly would walk into the grocery store and you see the dirt on the end of the greens and so forth and so on. Well, Glory solved that for us, y'all. I mean, they're also in the can, too. I'm going to go ahead and give you a little endorsement. Glory, Glory. Thank you, Glory, Glory. Glory, Glory. I love these. Now, these particular, I'm going to mix turnips and collards. Collards were my mom's favorite. She always liked collard greens, but I like them both. Turnip green have a tendency to give your whatever greens that you're doing, it gives it flavor, it gives it taste. It's in the greens family, of course, but when you cook it, it cooks differently, it looks differently. I mean, if you pay attention, you can honestly see the difference in between the different types of greens that you're eating, and I like to combine them. The combination of them gives you the itis right away, right? If you're gonna cook it right, you're gonna eat it right. Make sure you got a bed, couch, something for you to put yourself on, because you're gonna have to be there for a long time. That's what soul food cooking is all about. It fills you up enough to make you go to sleep. It's a sleeping pill. A good type of sleeping pill. I mean, it's not manufactured, so you don't have to worry about all the chemicals and additives and preservatives and things like that that's in it. So, yeah. But I'm so excited about this, and I hope you guys are too, because this is going to be really, really good. If you want to make soul food greens. I mean, with ham-hocks and collard greens and turnip greens. I got it going on right here, okay? Just hold on, because I'm getting all of this together, and I'm going to bring it back to you, and I'm going to present it to you, and then guess what? You're going to be able to go out and do it, and when you put that big pot of greens on the table, your children, your husband is going to think about the old days when food really tastes like food, you know. It's so exciting. I'm totally excited. And we're also going to make a banana pudding, and I got other helpers that's going to stick around and help me do some things like that, and hopefully I get a couple of interviews in and so forth and so on. Now, this is Cooking with Darcus. And I'm Darcus. I really am. That's my name. I'll be right back. I'm coming back. I promise.
Get on the floor. My swagger's in. Get on the floor. Get on the floor. Cooking with Darcus. Yeah.
Hi, y'all. I'm Darcus Scott, and this is Cooking with Darcus. And I'm your host. I'm your host, Darcus Scott. And these are my two shelf helpers, Sarah and Delana. Say hi.
Hi.
And today we're going to be cooking what?
Banana pudding. My favorite.
Okay, well, the bananas and things are all ready to go. Sarah's going to read you all the ingredients that are going to go inside of the banana pudding. We've been waiting all day to do this. You're going to love this. Take it away, Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and today we are making banana pudding. I'm going to read the ingredients. Hope you can follow along. 3/4 cup divided sugar, 1/3 cup of flour, a dash of salt, 3 eggs, make sure you separate it or else it'll come out all runny and ugly. 2 cups of milk, 1.5 cups of vanilla extract, 45 vanilla wafers, 5 bananas sliced. Do not forget the sliced part, or else you have like whole bananas all around. Never mind. Anyway.
Great. And you know what? That's exactly what the outside of the box of original banana pudding. That's exactly what the recipe is. However, my touch on it is we're going to use more than 45 vanilla wafers, but leave that. We're going to use 2 boxes because we all like cookies and we just want to make it real cookified so it can be just cookalicious. Anyway, what we're going to do is that we're going to take all the ingredients that Sarah just presented to you and we're going to put them in a large boiler. Now, the recipe calls for a double boiler. I like using double boilers, I really truly do, but if you use the particular recipe that's on the side of the box, you're only going to make a small amount of custard. And that amount of custard, I'm sorry, Delana will eat it all and nobody will even be able to taste it. I mean, because she don't even eat it. She just inhales it up. I mean, just totally to the head.
That's not true.
But anyway, we're gonna double this recipe, and then we're gonna add more things to it. We use pet milk, canned milk, and instead of using the milk and the vitamin D milk that you can buy in the grocery. And I also like to use the Eagle brand. I mean, I am going to make this a very, very rich banana pudding because somebody has not had a good bowel movement. But I guarantee you, my banana pudding is going to solve that little dilemma. See, I worry about, my girls and their digestive tract. So I managed to make things that I know that they will gobble up and just eat it all up in the next day. Guess what? We'll have movement. That's a horse of a different color. And that is a monkey of a different origin. But it does work. Anyway. I am so glad y'all are here with me, and we're here at Cooking with Darcus, and this is our mock attempt to make banana pudding. Please don't. But it's going to be kind of interesting because we're going to put everything together, and we've got everything all laid out. We're going to put everything together, and then we're going to come back and we're going to show you our finished product, and we're going to taste it right here in front of you all. We're gonna make y'all all jealous and just drool over at the mouth because y'all can't have any. You gotta go out and make it yourself. I mean, I'm sure Sarah, she's gonna find a way to make it and sell it to y'all. But hey, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But right now, what I want you to do is that you're gonna go and get all the ingredients that we have listed here, and we're gonna put all this together, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna taste it, and we're gonna see if my touch, the Cooking with Darcus touch, is a flavorful environment, and we're going to create some scrumdiddlyumptious dessert here for you. And this is Cooking with Darcus, and we're making what, girls?
Banana pudding!
That's right. So, hang in there with us, and I'm Darcus, and
I'm Sarah. And I'm Delana.
And we're going to be cooking for you. We're going to teach you all our little secrets and things like that. And just stay right there. We're going to come right back. I promise you. Just hold on, and we're going to put everything together, and we're going to be right back, and we're going to all taste it together. How about that? Hi.
Hi.
And welcome back to Cooking with Darcus. I'm your host, Darcus Scott, and these are my guests,
Sarah and Delana
and the sun. And we're here in Texas, and we're going to conclude this up because we did finish up a beautiful, beautiful banana pudding. As you can see, let's give it all a hand, y'all. Let's give it a hand. Yay! As you can see, we did do a fantastic job. Thank you, girls, for taking out the time to sit in with me and cook with me and make me feel so wonderful. I personally don't have children. I personally don't have children, but I do appreciate the children that I do have around me, especially the ones that do show a talent and an interest in what it is that they want to do. You know, it's so wonderful to watch the children of today that do have hopes and dreams that expand way beyond the forest dream. As a matter of fact, Sarah, what is it that you want to do when you grow up?
Well, there's a lot of things. I would like to be a singer / actor / dancer / doctor.
Oh. Well, you know, and I think you're going to be wonderful at anything that you choose. If you had to narrow it down and just choose one thing, what would that be?
I think I'd have to go dance.
Very good. So you think you can dance? Watch out. She's on her way. She's coming. And Delana, what is it that you like to do? What is it that you do?
I sing. I love to sing.
Okay.
And when I grow up, I want to be a singer.
You want to be a singer? That is so sweet. She wants to be a singer. So that means I have a little India Irie, and I have a maybe Pink. Yeah, she can go off to the other side. But anyway, this is Cooking with Darcus, and I'm your host, Darcus Scott. Well, just Darcus. And we prepared the banana pudding, and Sarah has dished it up. And now we're going to taste it. And I just want to show you a little bit of You know, the banana pudding that we did create. I mean, it's just absolutely wonderful.
From delicious.
You know, as you can see, the custard turned
Can't
out
have any.
absolutely wonderful. The recipe is definitely going to be, you know, we're going to put it up there. It's going to be on the website. Pretty soon, I am definitely going to have a cookingwithdarcus.com. And I'm sure Sarah and Delana are going to be right there with me. We're going to go ahead and taste this, you know, because it's really good. Everything got even between the cookies and the bananas, and the custard is absolutely wonderful. So go right ahead. Throw it in there and tell me what it tastes like. That's good.
It tastes
That is
really
good. That is really good. Okay, so I'd like to say thank you to Sarah and Elena for taking out the time to cook with me and keep me interested and keep me going and keep me motivated. You guys are absolutely the most wonderful people in the whole wide world, and I love you so much and so deeply. And even though, you know, this is the first time that they've ever done anything like this with me, there's going to be a whole lot more. We cook together all the time when they come over on the weekends. It's one of the things that I like to do. It's therapeutic. Once again, this is the conclusion of our little mock attempt of hosting and designing and cooking for you all and teaching you all how to cook. We love to cook because it's something that does come from our hearts. So we're going to sign off. And until next time, this is Cooking with Darcus. Y'all say bye.
Bye.
Cooking with Darcus.
Okay, now act like you're eating, and we're going to act like we're talking to each other.